love the feel of the song already. Okay.
We on an ultralight beam, we on an ultralight beam. This is a God dream, this is a God dream. This is everything. This is everything. Deliver us serenity.
I like that.
Deliver us peace. Deliver us loving.
Beautiful on those runs.
You know we need it. Yeah. That's why we.
Wow. Okay, I gotta pause right there. So when he sang "Deliver us loving," there was an NG in there. He kept it very narrow with the loving. Let me know in the comments down below if you understand what I'm talking about when you can hear that buzzy sound at the top end of his voice. Like, let me know in the comments. But you can definitely hear it in his voice. He's keeping things very narrow and snatched up there, which is a really good placement for him to sing. And also to kind of open up into those runs that he is doing, which just sounds so beautiful. Another thing that I wanted to point out is that when he sang, yeah, now he was singing that predominantly in his head mix. Now what that kind of means is the note that he was singing is in his head voice. It has a lot of power, a lot of strength to it, which kind of gives it that chesty sound in his voice. Even though he is singing it in his head voice, he's obviously not pushing, so he has to be mixing it. That is the only way to sing it in a healthy way for your voice to handle, because if you keep trying to pull chest, your voice is not going to like it at all.
Need you now. Oh, I pray for the world, pray for humanity. This is a God dream, yeah. This is a God dream. We on an ultralight beam, we on an ultralight beam. This is a God dream, this is a God dream. Yeah.
I love it so much. That cry is just so beautiful what he did. This is a God dream, God. Oh my gosh. Do you know what note that is? That is a C5. That's a high C. What the heck? That's so intense. Sometimes when we say words that have a G in front of it, it can kind of choke us up a little bit. But he does a really good job of keeping it open, keeping it light. And it just looks very natural for him to sing that high, which I am really impressed because that is a high C. That's a C5. Oh, my mind is blown right now. What the heck?
I'm just trying to keep my faith.
Beautiful falsetto there.
But I'm looking for more.
Nice space, all
Somewhere
that
I
depth.
can feel safe.
All right, he's bringing it a little more forward.
In my holy wall.
Whoa.
I'm
Space.
just trying to keep my faith. So why send oppression, not blessing? Why did you do me wrong? You persecute the weak because it made you feel so strong. Don't have much faith to fight, so I look up to the light to make these wrongs so right. Head up high, I look to the light, 'cause I know that you make everything right, and I know
Wow.
that you take
Okay.
good care of your child. Oh, no longer am I afraid of the night, 'cause I look to the light. When they come for you,
Oh, wow.
your questions.
Resonating so beautiful. Okay, I gotta pause there. I have to pause there because when he started singing, well, I seen oppression, not blessing, things started to get a little more wordy. What he did a really good job of was keeping the words at the tip of his mouth, which is what you want to do. A lot of the times we could be like, well, I seen oppression, not blessing. You know, things start to get a little wide and kind of out of whack, and then you start like overcompensating and using more pressure to like get the notes and then the words, and then you just want to keep it right at the tip of your mouth, okay? Well, I seen oppression, not blessing, you know? And it also helps to keep it round too as well when you keep those things in mind.
They don't know. They don't even know. That's why
I love the harmonies so much.
Show them love, show them peace, show them empathy. Yeah, that's what they need. That's what we need. All lives will matter. When black lives matter. You gotta know when all lives matter. Black lives will matter.
I love that.
We on an ultralight beam. We on an ultralight beam. This is a God dream. This is a God dream.
Back at it again with that C.
This is everything.
Something else that I kind of noticed too is when he was singing or when they were all singing yeah, yeah, yeah. Just like the intentionality with those dynamics is just so beautiful. I have chicken skin just thinking about it, man.
We on an ultralight beam. We on an ultralight beam. This is a God dream. This is a God dream. This is everything. This is everything. Everything. I'm just trying to keep my faith. But I'm
All
looking
that
for
space.
more.
That space.
Somewhere I can feel safe.
Ooh.
And in my holy war, I'm just trying to keep my faith. But I'm
That's so
looking
cool.
for more.
That is so cool.
Somewhere I can feel safe.
Okay.
And in my holy war, all we need is love.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Even at that ending, man, when he sang, all we need is love. He had that underline when he was singing love, and he kept it very long. There was a lot of space where it still sounded like love instead of love. It sounds so ugly. But he had like a perfect mix of both, which is so beautiful. One biggest takeaway in this song is that when he was singing like those high notes, like I said before, although it sounds like he's belting, like pushing, like chest and stuff like that, he's not. He's singing in his head mix, which feels a lot lighter. A lot of the times it's like when, I know this was true, at least for me, like when I first started doing voice lessons early on in my vocal journey, every time I would do like these head voice exercises, I'd be like, what? That doesn't sound like me. That doesn't sound like my voice. Like it feels too light. It feels too good to be true. But then over time, it's like, no, like it is. Even though to yourself, it sounds like, oh, oh. That's not what it sounds like, because how we hear ourselves in our ears, it's completely different. So that's why it's so important to like record yourself as well. But when you listen back, you're like, whoa! Like it sounds completely different. And we think it's like pure falsetto, which just blows my mind. It's kind of a weird concept, but like in order to grow in your voice and to make these weird sounds, like these nasty nasal sounds, it's like you have to let go of the idea of what you want yourself to sound like. You have to just let it go. You know, because everybody can make these weird noises, they can, but it's all about how to implement them in your singing. And I just see so much of that, like in my vocal lessons, is people have a hard time of like doing those sounds because they want to sound good already from the get-go, but it's like we gotta take it step by step, you know? So it's just such an interesting concept.
Why did you do me